lives. From mountains to the plains and to the cities. Supporting a diversity of wildlife, it sustains one of the oldest rainforests on Earth. Our rivers inspire cultures. These rivers are the lifeblood of Sarawak. And just like the rivers are the various cultures in Sarawak. Like small rivers with different waters, the different colors and shades, merging into one. It represents the confluence of different cultures into one united family. This is the uniqueness of Sarawak. Sarawak is home to 26 distinct ethnic groups. Home to the seafaring Ibans, to the Land Dayaks or Bidayos, or the Kenyah and Kayan tribes that make up the Orang Ulus. Sarawak is also home for the smaller tribes like the Muruts, Punans, Penans, Bisayas, Kalabids, Barawans, and the Malanaos. There are also many Malays and the Chinese immigrants from the ancient Bruneian empires and migrant traders, making up a large percentage of the population in the state's urban areas. A melting pot of cultures, all practicing a variety of religions ranging from Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and Baha'ism to ancestor worship and animism. All living in enviable harmony, creating a uniquely Sarawakian identity. Rich in culture and tradition is the state of Sarawak. Since time immemorial, the indigenous people of Sarawak have used beads. Not only as body ornaments, but as a form of currency used to exchange for slaves or livestock, or as dowry for an aristocratic bride, and even traded as household commodities. These beads were highly valuable. They are even thought to hold spiritual powers. There are beads worn for protection, dangerous beads, and bridge mortals to the realm of the supernatural. Beads so powerful, people would murder to acquire them. These valuable beads are not made in Borneo. Instead, these beads are imports from India, China, and Europe. drawn on her tremendous amount of independent research, fieldwork, and explorations of Sarawak spanning 4 decades. She has written several books on the cultures of Borneo and is the author of Beads of Borneo.
Beads have always been very important to the indigenous cultures of Borneo. It's not just Sarawak. Beads have been around for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years maybe. They were made of natural materials, animal teeth, claws, fangs, pebbles, and those things were found in very old graves. So we know they were given to the dead as a grave gift. They must have been valuable. Then about 1200, maybe 1,000 years ago, the glass beads started coming in. Well, when I say coming in, they were not locally made. They were brought in by way of trade. They came in sailing ships, semi-precious stone beads from India, the glass beads, both from India and from China, that the beads came in and came in more and more. Later on, we get more elaborate stuff coming in from places like West Asia, the Levant coast, Hebron, and then, of course, with the European incursions into this region, I think the Portuguese first, then the Dutch, then everybody, we get beautiful beads from Venice, from Gablons, that's in Bohemia. In Amsterdam, they were specially making beads, huge amounts of beads, for the East Indies trade. By the 19th century, beads became a flood. Beads were a favorite interior trading material because they're small and light and very valuable. Well, they didn't have money. They paid with beads, they paid with ceramics, they paid with calicos. What they wanted in return, rhino horn, birds' nests, beeswax, kingfisher feathers. Funny enough, they were a great item of trade in those days. Garu, well, noble woods, resins, bezoar stones, stuff for making Chinese medicine from the jungle. That was what they took in as payment. We do not know really how people used the beads, but we know they did use them because we find them in old graves. The dead were buried with their favorite beads.